morning. So in this video, we are going to see a recruitment news from Staff Selection Commission, and there is a recruitment out for CGL, that is Combined Graduate Level Examination is going to happen, and there is actually a lot of openings. So if you are interested and if you have a graduation in any discipline, please do watch this video till the end. Okay, so we are going to see all details, and also we'll be discussing the selection process in detail. Okay, so let us see the notification. So the recruitment is happening from Staff Selection Commission or SSC, and the examination name is Combined Graduate Level Exam or CGL. That means it is applicable for the graduates. Okay, that is graduation in any discipline. Now, talking about the location of job, it is actually this recruitment is happening for various ministries and various department of Government of India, and they are actually calling for various openings in various ministries or various departments. Okay, and the location of job will be all around India. Okay, next. Also, they have not they have actually given the post names. If you see the notification, there's actually a lot of posts for which they are recruiting, and there are various posts for which they are recruiting. Okay, and the vacancy details they have not actually disclosed. That is, how many openings are there under each categories, they have not disclosed, but there is actually a lot or a long list of categories. Okay, and again, I want to tell you one thing in the beginning itself. Even though there is a lot of openings or lot of categories for which they are recruiting, you can only apply for one post. Okay, if you are going to make multiple applications, then your application will be rejected. So please don't do this mistake. Only apply for a specific post which you are really confident in. Okay, first see the notification, and from the name of post or categories for which they are recruiting, select an appropriate one and apply for that only. Okay, because if you make multiple applications, your applications will get rejected, all of them. Okay, so that thing you should keep in mind. Next is the qualification. We have already said about it. It is a graduation in any discipline, but there are two posts for which they are actually asking specific qualification. We'll discuss that. First one is assistant audit officer, and for this post, they are actually asking for a graduation in CA, that is Chartered Accountants they are recruiting or they are looking for. Also, if you have MBA or if you have a graduation in finance, only then you can apply. Okay, for this assistant audit officer. And also the next one is junior statistical officer. And here again, they are asking for a specific qualification, bachelor degree in any subject from a recognized university or institute, with at least 60% of mark in mathematics at 12th standard. If you have only, that is, if you have at least 60% of mark in maths, only then you are eligible to apply. Or you should be having a bachelor degree in any subject with statistics as one subject. That you should have studied statistics. That is must. Only then you can apply for this post, that is junior statistical officer. Okay. So these two posts they are asking for specific qualification, but for the all other posts they are just asking graduation in any discipline. Okay, all these things they have mentioned in detail in the notification. Now let us see the age limit. So actually for various posts, if you see the notification, you can see that they have given the post name, the ministry under which this post is coming, then the age limit, everything they have given in specifically for every post. And if you observe this age limit, it is actually starting from 18 up to a maximum of 30 years. And this age is actually different for various posts. Okay. And also there is age relaxation for the reserved categories. And also they have mentioned the years in which you should have born to apply for the post. Okay. Also that thing you can see on the screen now. In between these years, if you are born, only then you are eligible to apply. Okay. Now, talking about the salary, again, there are various pay levels based on the various categories of recruitments. And the maximum pay level, it is pay level 8, and it is from 47,600 to 1,51,100. So, this is the maximum salary offered by this recruitment. Okay. And also for various categories, you can see that they are coming under various pay levels. Anyway, the highest salary is coming under pay level 8. Next. So these are generally general things they have given in the notification. Now talking about the selection process, again they have mentioned in very detail, and also you can find the syllabus along with the notification. Okay. So we are going to discuss about the selection process next. Next, we are going to discuss about the selection process in detail. So the selection process is actually consisting of 4 tiers of selection. That is, 4 stages are there for the selection. Just like for the normal SSC selection, here also there is 4 levels of selection. First one is tier 1, which is a computer based examination, which will be MCQ type questions you have to answer. And this tier 1, only if you qualify this tier 1, you can go to the next stages. Okay. So that is actually a qualifying type of exam. Next, tier 2, again it is a computer based exam. Then tier 3 is a pen and paper mode, means it is a descriptive type of examination. And this tier 3 or the stage 3 is evaluated only if you qualify the stage 2, okay, or the tier 2. Then tier 4 is actually skill test. There is computer proficiency test, data entry skill test, or it can be document verification. So it is actually depending on the nature or the post for which you are writing the examination. If that post is requiring some skill test also, then you have to give the skill test in the level 4. And if this post is not asking any specific skills or anything you don't require, means you will be only having document verification. Okay. So that is the tier 4. Now let us see the exam pattern for various tiers. Okay. First, there is a tier 1. So the tier 1, the subjects or areas you have to prepare, I'll tell you. Okay. So the tier 1 examination is an MCQ type of examination, and you have to study or you have to prepare 4 sections here. Section A is general intelligence and reasoning. Okay, 25 questions are there and the maximum mark is 50 mark, means 2 marks for every correct answer. Then next session, which is section B, is general awareness, 25 questions, again 50 marks. Okay, quantitative aptitude means numerical type of questions, 25 questions, 50 marks. Then English comprehension. There is English comprehension. From this comprehension, you have to answer questions. 25 questions and 50 marks. Okay. So total 200 marks is there, and the time allotted is 1 hour. Okay. And for the persons with disabilities, 1 hour 20 minutes. Okay. So that is the tier 1 examination, which is a computer based exam. Okay. Now for tier 2, they are actually kept again 4 papers, but out of this 4 papers, only 2 papers are common for all the categories. The paper 3 is for statistics. That is, it is a statistic paper and it is for junior statistical officer only. That is, if you are applying for that post only, you have to give the statistic paper. Then paper 4 is general studies in finance and economics. And if you are applying for the audit assistant audit officer only, then you have to give that paper. Okay. The other paper are, paper 1 is quantitative abilities, again numerical type of questions. Then paper 2 is English language and comprehension. These 2 papers are common for all the categories. Okay. Now the number of questions and marks also they have given here. From quantitative abilities, 100 questions, 200 marks. English language and comprehension, 200 questions, 200 marks. Then for statistics, 100 questions, 200 marks. General studies, finance and economics, 100 questions, 200 marks. Okay. You can also see all these things on the screen. Time allotted for this tier 2 selection is 2 hours. And for persons with disabilities, 2 hours, 40 minutes. Okay. So all these things they have given in detail. Talking about the tier 3. Tier 3 is a pen and paper type of examination. That is, it is a descriptive exam. You have to write and they will be evaluating it. Okay. Now, what all things you have to prepare for descriptive? Here, descriptive paper is in English or Hindi. That is, you can select. And also for this tier 1 and tier 2 also, apart from the English subject, all the other sessions will be in English and Hindi. Okay. You can choose. That is, you can have questions in English and also Hindi medium. Okay. For tier 3, we are talking about tier 3, it is a descriptive examination, and for this you have to prepare either writing an essay or a precise or a letter or an application. Okay. So all these things you have to prepare for descriptive type of examination. Maximum mark is 100 marks and the time duration is 1 hour. Okay. So this is the tier 3. And also talking about negative marking, tier 1 is having a negative marking 0.50 for every wrong answer that you are giving. For tier 2, there is a negative marking 0.25. Then for paper 2, there is a 0.25 negative marking. For paper 1, 3 and 4, the negative marking is 0.50. Okay. So you don't have to complicate these things. I'll be sharing all these things in the screen so that you can see it and understand. Anyway, just understand that there is negative marking for your tier 1 and tier 2 examination. Okay. Now, talking about the last stage of selection, which is skill test. So in this skill test, you have to give computer proficiency test and data entry speed test will be conducted based on this post which you are applying. Okay, if it is demanding, then you have to give these tests. Okay, so this is the selection process. We have actually seen all these selection process or stages. Now talking about the syllabus, if you want to have a look on the syllabus, they have actually given the syllabus for all the tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, everything they have given in detail. Okay, so if you are preparing for this SSC examination, you can have a detailed look on the notification. Okay, next, talking about the exam centers, next is the exam centers. So a lot of people do ask me regarding exam centers, whether there is exam centers nearby their cities or all. So here there is exam centers in all main cities of India. Actually, you can see the region-wise exam centers. It is for northern region, southern region of India. There is actually a lot of exam centers, so you don't have to worry about writing the examination because there is actually a lot of exam centers, okay, all around India. Now talking about the application procedure. So the application procedure is online only. You have to go to ssc.nic.in. You will get an application form. Fill up it by filling up all your necessary details, photo, signature, everything. Educational qualification requirements, everything you have to fill up and apply online. That is application procedure. Now there is also fees for applying. For general category and male general category, there is 100 rupees fees, and for SC/ST, women and persons with disabilities, you are exempted from fees. Okay, so that is the fee details. Talking about the last date for application is 31st of January is the last date. So if you are interested, if you have a graduation, any discipline, please to apply for it as soon as possible. Okay, the date is 31st of January, but don't wait till that. You can apply as soon as possible. Now, a lot of people do ask me regarding electronics branch. What is the opening for electronics branch? Here, they are just asking graduation, any discipline. You can actually choose from the various openings or categories for which they are recruiting. And if you wish for applying for a particular post, you can select that. There is no specific requirement or except for the two posts which we have discussed. For all the other post or category of recruitments, they are just asking graduation. Okay. So this is actually a very big recruitment. So please to apply for it as soon as possible. Okay, so if you found the video useful, please to give a thumbs up, also share it with your friends. And if you want more videos, please do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and keep on watching.